Welcome back guys, Viking Hell, and welcome to a new playthrough. We're going to be playing Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice today, starting the playthrough. The whole playthrough takes about 8 hours. I've done like the first 5 hours. I haven't quite finished it off, and I'm going to do that in my spare time. But I'm going to start a new playthrough for you guys, because I want you guys to experience this game, and I don't think it gets as much attention as what it deserves. It is developed by a wee indie company called Ninja Theory, but it feels like a AAA game, and you'll see why when we jump into it. The basic story behind it is the chick that you're looking at, who is Senua, of course. I'm totally butchering that name, right? Senua's? Yeah, Senua's, whatever. I'm butchering the name, but the chick you're looking at, basically, I can't remember the name of the condition she's got, but she hears voices in her head and stuff like that, right? And her boyfriend, husband, whatever it is, he got taken away into the underworld, so she's going to go and try and rescue him, and it's into like the Viking underworld. So there's lots of like Viking mythology and lore and all that type of good stuff spread throughout the storyline, which is so cool, like so cool. Did I say it was about an 8-hour playthrough? I think I did. It's about an 8-hour playthrough as all the storyline, so I'm most of the way through it, right? But again, I just want to start it again. Now, I'm not going to be talking as much through this as like I normally would, because I want you guys to experience the voices while we're playing through it, and you've just really got to like hone into them and listen to them and stuff like that. It's such a glorious game. All right, that's enough of me babbling on. Let's get into it. Let's start the game. Hopefully you guys enjoy this playthrough, because I am absolutely loving this game. Right, let's get into it. You sure you want to start a new game? All previous no. Alright. We'll overwrite my previous save then. Alright, you guys get to experience the end game with me. That'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty cool. Oh, this is such a beautiful game, guys. You'll see what I mean when it starts. Like I say, I'm not going to be talking as much as I normally would through a playthrough, because I want you guys to experience the voices, and hopefully the audio levels are fine or right enough where you guys can actually experience it, because they are a major part of this actual game, is hearing all the different voices and stuff like that in your head. They're like restricted camera view. You can only see so much. It really like claustrophobics you in. And honestly, the first time I played this, the first like 20 minutes or so, I was feeling kind of sick. All right, I'm going to shut up through this whole intro scene. It is quite long, but just bear with it. It's well worth listening to everything that goes on within it.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close, so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Now, her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness.
They're watching.
There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this?
They're watching.
Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead.
I feel you coming.
Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking?
He's in Helheim.
Look, up ahead.
Helheim.
You see it too?
You promised you gave you.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back.
It's not safe.
Go back. Go back. Go back. Go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
I can't do this. Go back, go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
There's no going back. You think you can do it? You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
That's quite a long intro, but hopefully that gives you an idea of what this game's kind of like, with all the voices talking to her and stuff like that. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Now, there's also... Oh, we don't have auto run on. Let's fix that. Controls. Run toggle on. Alright, that's on. You Ollie? Alright, back. Oh, yeah, there it is. Now, there's also these stone thingies, which give us quite a lot of, like, history, lore, that type of thing.
Use your eyes.
Shush. They're trying to tell me how to do it, I already know. So once I activate one of these, I'm not going to be talking through it as well, because I want you guys to have to listen to it.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the Eastern Sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Right, so you see I started to move away from it, but then I remembered if you move too far, the narration thing actually stops, so I think we're just going to stay near those while they play out, because they're really interesting. Well, at least I find them interesting, especially the more history ones, alright? Oh, I really got to learn to shut up.
The darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves in a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
You see it?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost. Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
You'll never find him. They're called
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
That's very cool, right? Very Viking. Well, it's a whole Viking themed game, but you know, very Viking looking up at that, right? It's so cool.
Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. He's dead.
Basically, through there is where I'm up to.
Helheim.
A little way through there, well, it was up to, I suppose. But you got to kill 2
She forgets to.
gods, demigods, not sure what they actually are. You got to kill 2 of them before you can actually unlock the way to run across there. It's so cool. This game's amazing, guys. If you haven't picked it up, you really should. It's relatively cheap as well. I think it's only like 30. It was 32 New Zealand dollars. But of course, I got it gifted from Don. So you know, huge thank you to him, of course. And we've played it quite a bit on stream. So here's another one of these things. We should be able to actually move a wee bit away from this one.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
That's where we must travel. That's where we're gonna go. Like I say, there's lots of puzzles and stuff in this, which is so cool. Some of them are really hard to figure out. But obviously I've done all the original ones, so hopefully I can remember what they are. Just once we get past that like 4-hour, 5-hour mark, that's when I'm going to be not remembering exactly what, or I don't know what puzzles are which.
He's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Be afraid.
Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen.
Where is he?
The bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory. Drew? Is that you? Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, They call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool.
He's not real.
Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
So these are the puzzles. We need to find something that looks like that, basically. And it can pretty much be anywhere. Try and remember where this one was. It was back this way somewhere. Up there? No, I don't think it was up there. There. Right, see it.
It's near. Look towards the gate.
So things like that, you know, it's just a reflection off the trees and stuff. There's some things you need to like line up, like buildings and stuff like that, to actually be able to see the things. Oh, it's so cool. Puzzles are so cool.
Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it.
It worked!
Where will I take you? It's not safe.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Oh. I don't know if you can actually fall off those or not. I think you can if you don't do it right.
She once tried to make them go away.
Not 100% sure. I don't think I've fallen off one
They
yet.
weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip.
Alright, it's
You
another one
can't
of these
just
little
push
thingies.
things away.
Giantess Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter.
There, see, because we walked too far from that one, so it stopped talking. That's annoying. No, I gotta remember just to stand near them, right? Right, I think we have our first fight up here too.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. You took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Just I get dying. Darkness is coming. Counting you, it's overwhelming. Get
Alright, our first fight. This is just a low level dude, of course. Hard one to start us off, right? And those of you who play Dark Souls, those type of games,
It's nearly. Can't do it.
will be very familiar with the style of combat. Oh, I got hit. And there is the ability to charge up as well, which obviously puts everything into slow motion, which is pretty cool, right? I don't think she's actually unlocked it yet. She will later though, so. Ah, that was such a dodge.
They've surrounded you. She's not strong enough.
You can't hit those ones, that's right. Yeah, you can't hit the shades until they form into like physical form, right? Just can't remember how to do it. I think you just wait. Into the light.
He's a better fighter.
Oh yeah, I can't remember how to change them into just normal form. Dodge. Yeah, can't hit them at the moment. Gotta be careful of the other ones. You see what I mean about like the restricted camera view? This isn't me zooming in like that. That's just the way it is. They seem to be starting to materialize, I guess. Ah, yeah. We had to die, so it explains the permanent death feature that's actually in this game. I remember that. Should just let them kill me. Oh, well.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, so it's just explaining the permanent death feature. Every time you die, basically, you get a bit of extra rot, and if you get too much rot, you die. You can't come back, because you're too rotten, right? Too rotten. Pretty cool feature, actually. I don't know how many times you have to die, but we'll
The
fail.
hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow, and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Alright guys, I think that's going to be a good place to wrap up before we jump into going against one of the gods. But it does give you like an overview of what the game's like. You know, we had a wee bit of puzzle, a wee bit of exploration, a wee bit of fighting, all that type of thing. Let me know which god you want me to go after first. So we've got either the fire god or the illusionist god. We'll do that in the next episode. So yeah, let me know which one you want me to go for first, and we'll go over and do that. Yeah, such a cool game. If you haven't bought it, you really need to jump on top of it because it is so good, guys. It is so good. Alright boys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.